What's up, everyone? My name is CJ Gran. I am One Tooth Training, and I go to Wisconsin Lutheran College in Milwaukee, and I'm studying an interdisciplinary degree between communications, sports and exercise science, and psychology. And a conversation that I run into pretty frequently is how to get just the big gains, like the right now gains, like just like these massive gains, like people are injecting synthol oil, for example, not on campus, but just like those types of like right now gains. And what they don't realize is that the little gains add up to be the big gains, which is their right now gains. And this all starts with the nervous system. So everyone knows that there is a central nervous system, the CNS, or the peripheral nervous system, the PNS, and that's where it all kind of starts. And everyone thinks that the central nervous system plays the biggest and most impactful part in the nervous system when it comes to gains, because you can damage it, especially with like heavy lifts such as your barbell bench press, your deadlift, or your barbell squat. And yes, this is true, but you can strengthen your central nervous system by strengthening your peripheral nervous system, your PNS. And this is just properly warming up. This is your dynamic warm up. This is walking around just beforehand, getting everything all nice and warmed up. And actually, this increases your attentional focus in your frontal lobe. Just poorly drawn picture, frontal lobe, right there. And this is the last lobe to develop in the developmental stages, but it is your most critical part when when lifting, because this is your attention, your decision making. And if it is not properly warmed up, you can end up doing some pretty dumb things, like you see people doing like a kettlebell throw, swing, whatever you want to call it, on a Bosu ball or on exercise ball, even more dangerous, and end up hurting themselves. But properly warming this up, it just gets you just amped up. This is like taking your pre-workout, you're stimulating it, you're doing all this. Like, warming up is actually a stimulant. And when it is overstimulated, it affects your CNS because it adds stress to your body. And I know people have done videos about how these outside stressors, I know Alan Thrall, he did a really good job of explaining it, like with a cup and a jug. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but just kept pouring more and more stress into this bucket until it overflows. And that's what it is like to stress or over warm up. And and there's actually a super nerve in your PNS called the vagus nerve, and this runs throughout your entire body. And this is important when it comes to attentional focus, because you need to stimulate this nerve in order to stimulate the rest of your PNS. And this can be done by just singing, actually, humming, taking a cold shower, saying the same word over and over again, which is what I found really interesting. And what some people say, just say the word om, just and that triggers your nervous system. I'm going to be looking into that and see how that goes into it. And all these things are correlated with before the workout. But during the workout, you can stimulate your SNS, or your sympathetic nervous system. And the SNS is your body's fight or flight response, which is triggered by your adrenal gland in your brain. Sorry, I don't have a drawing of that. But it's just kind of it's your fight or flight response. And this nervous system is responsible for motor function. So just pressing, that's your SNS. Pulling, SNS. Running, SNS. This is all your motor functions, and this is what causes you to basically fight or flee a situation. And so your SNS is strengthened by just doing brain teasers, like just solving riddles, crossword puzzles, Sudokus, just stuff on your phone, like playing video games. There's so many things out there that you can strengthen your SNS with, and that all correlates back to your PNS. It is strengthening that nervous system in order for your attentional focus to go up. So these are these little gains that you are getting, and they all come into just recovery. They're recovering you. They're getting your body warmed up, and the more you do that, the more you're able to strengthen these two branches of the nervous system. It directly correlates back to your central nervous system, because everything branches from your central nervous system, your brain, and your spinal cord. They go off into these plexus that are divided into 4 subcategories, and I will get into that in a later video and how to strengthen those and like what's hurting and all of that. But when you dive really into it, it is all about your nervous system when it comes to gains, because you can't do anything unless your nervous systems are working properly. One just needs to learn a little bit about anatomy, and once you know about anatomy and how the nervous system works, not necessarily biomechanics and how everything moves, once you are able to strengthen your nervous system with the proper form in biomechanics, once they go hand in hand, that is when these little gains will start to add up into the big gains. And I know that is what everyone is after. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think below, where I can improve on. What do you want to see? Where do you think this research is going to take me? Is it a dead end? Isn't it? Just let me know. Thank you.